It's a strange thing, isn't it? The way we talk about bullying as if it's some distant problem, something that happens to someone else, somewhere else. But the truth is, it's right here, right now, lurking in the hallways, hiding behind screens, whispering in the corners of classrooms. It's a monster that wears the faces of our peers, and it's become so normalized that we often forget just how damaging it can be. So how do we handle it? How do we confront this beast that seems to thrive on fear and silence? First, we have to acknowledge it. We can't just brush it off as kids being kids or a phase they'll grow out of. No, bullying is not a rite of passage. It's a wound that can fester and grow if left untreated. It's important to recognize the signs, not just for ourselves, but for others too. The quiet kid in the corner, the one who flinches at the slightest touch, the one who suddenly stops coming to school, these are the signs that something is wrong. We need to be vigilant, to look beyond the surface and see the hurt that lies beneath. Then, we have to speak up. Silence is the ally of the bully. When we stand by and watch, we become complicit in the cruelty. It's easy to convince ourselves that it's not our place to intervene, that we might make things worse. But that's a lie. We have a responsibility to each other. If we see something, we must say something. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Sometimes it's as simple as pulling someone aside and asking if they're okay. Sometimes it's as powerful as reporting the behavior to someone who can help. But speaking up isn't just about calling out the bullies. It's also about lifting up the victims. We need to create a culture of support where kindness is the norm and empathy is celebrated. It's about reaching out to those who are hurting, letting them know they're not alone. It's about standing shoulder to shoulder with them, reminding them of their worth when they feel like they've lost it. We can't underestimate the power of a friend, a kind word, a listening ear. And let's not forget about education. We need to talk about bullying openly and honestly, not just in schools, but in our homes and communities. We need to teach empathy to help kids understand the impact of their words and actions. We need to create programs that foster understanding and respect, that celebrate our differences instead of using them as weapons. It's about building a foundation of compassion that can withstand the storms of cruelty. But what about the bullies themselves? It's easy to vilify them, to see them as the enemy, but we have to remember that they are often hurting too. They may be acting out of their own pain and their own insecurities. We need to approach them with a sense of understanding to help them find healthier ways to cope with their feelings. It's not about excusing their behavior. It's about breaking the cycle of hurt. And finally, we have to take care of ourselves. Dealing with bullying can be exhausting and emotionally draining. We need to find our own support systems, to lean on friends and family when the weight of it all feels too heavy. We need to practice self-care, to remind ourselves that we are worthy and deserving of love and respect. So how do we handle bullying? We acknowledge it, we speak up, we educate, we support, we understand, and we take care of ourselves. It's a collective effort, a journey we must embark on together. It won't be easy, and there will be setbacks, but if we stand united, if we refuse to let fear silence us, we can create a world where kindness reigns and bullying is nothing more than a distant memory. Thanks for watching.